What is happening? Hello, happy Friday to all you lovely people. We made it to the end of the week. Friday, my favorite day of the week. I wish we had more Fridays in the week, but we only have one, so we're gonna make the most of it. Uh, Hopefully, you guys are all having a great day. Hopefully, you had a great week, and we'll see who shows up. Who's gonna be first to say hello? Who shall it be? What do you guys think it's gonna be? Tater Dom is usually first. It is Ashley Almond. What is going on, Ashley? How are you? How's your Friday going? Daisy in the wild. What is happening? How are you, Daisy? What's going on? How's your Friday going? Good. Melinda Williams. Hello. Gina. Hi. Elizabeth Karski. What is happening? Cats. Hello. Diane Naylor. What's going on? I love you, Rojas. Ailey Rojas. Hello. Just me. What's going on? Susie Hernandez. Hello. Elizabeth Gonzalez, what is going on? V. Lala, hello. Dana Wilson, hi. Leslie Brennan, all the way in Australia. Sylvia Borunda, hello. Stephanie Cornejo is in Oregon, cool. Jenny Tripp, what's going on? Araya White, Jessica, hello. Nicole, hello. Rita Gonzalez, hi. Regina Gwynn, hello. Hi, Sherry. Fiona Kaizon is in Perth. What's happening? What's going on in Perth? You having lunchtime in Perth? Is it like Sunday in Perth? Robert Tovar, what's going on? Charm Cruz, I'm doing good, thank you. Trudy Parker, what's happening? Heather West Coast, hello. Ashley Almond says, I'm good. How are you? Just got power restored after being out for 6 hours. Make you appreciate it. Absolutely. I'm glad that your power is back on, Ashley. Days and well, good. Just finally catch up live. I'm always watching at work the next day. Awesome. I'm glad you're here live. That's great, Daisy. Welcome. Lauren Marie, good evening. How are you? Jen She. What is going on, Jennifer? How are you? Colleen Kennedy. Thank you, Colleen. I try to be the best person that I can be every single day. Karen Pombo is in Washington State. Hello, Cecilia Lopez. I'm doing good. Thank you. I appreciate you, Cecilia. Edward Noriega is all the way in KC. What's going on, Gina? I sent you some responses on your video. How can I get a backpack filled with things to Angela? So on each video, if you go in the video description, there's the UPS box number, okay, the address. If you can't do that, go to the About tab on my channel, About tab, and there's going to the UPS addresses there. So go check it out. Gina, I appreciate you. Trisha Licious. What is going on, Trisha Licious? Trisha Licious. Ding, 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 ding. Trisha Licious. That's a cool name. Oh man, I lost my Maria Carrera, Rosemead in the house. Is that California? Sheila, what's happening? Ashley says 6 hours isn't even long enough. Not sure how people do it for days and weeks. Absolutely. People do it. Angela's been without power for over 20 years out in the streets. Can you imagine? I can't. Melissa Webb, what is going on? Thank you, Susie Hernandez. Hello. Just me. Absolutely. Subscribe, and share. Yes. Christina C, what is going on? Hello, my three rosebuds. What's happening? Heather, West Coast. Hello. Tamara Dawn is in Idaho. Cool. Jenny F, what is going on? How are you and the pugs? Fiona Kaizan, Saturday. It's Saturday in Australia. Lunchtime Saturday in Australia. Very cool. Mike Ram, what's going on? Rhonda Abeta is in Tempe. Olivia Solis is in Tucson. Kathy Saab, what is happening, Kathy? Jessica Huerta, what's happening, Jessica? Dolores Gano Martinez, all the way in Minnesota, what is happening? Kathy McNeil, Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate you. Robin L. What happened in Angela's eye? She doesn't know. Sanda McLean. Shout out from Auckland, New Zealand. Sandy McLean is a Kiwi. I used to think that they called you Kiwis because of the little fruit, but it's actually because you guys have a bird named Kiwi. I was wrong. Katrina Henry, Trini Henry in Indiana. Katrina is a Hoosier. What is happening? Angela is 49 years old. She'll be 50 on the 31st of December. She's 2 weeks older than me. Debbie Gross is in Washington State. Are you a Husky or a Washington State Husky? Wait, Washington Huskies and Washington State Cougars? Lisa S. from Melbourne, Australia. Hello. Karen Gifford. Thank you. Dolores, update on Martin Weiss. Haven't heard from her. Haven't seen her in a long time. Over here, Elizabeth Duarte. Isabel Duarte. Thank you. I appreciate you, Isabel. There's 223 people in here that love the channel, but they didn't give a thumbs up. Where's the thumbs up on button? I wish I could see your guys' screen, but if you guys could like the what you call it, doesn't charge you, it's free. That'd be cool. Rita Gonzalez caressed the like. She didn't like it. She didn't hit the like button. She caressed it. Regina Gwen is in North Carolina. Are you in High Point? Are you in is it no Asheville is South Carolina, right? Chapel Hill. Gosh, what's the big city? I'm spacing out on the city. Jen Chi, thank you. I appreciate you, Jennifer. You're awesome. Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, Charlotte Bobcats. Two Pures from California. Awesome. Thank you, Two Pure, for watching the channel for years. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Sylvia Borunda is in Denver, Colorado. Regina Greensboro. Cool. Luis Alvarez. Where's a thumbs up? Daryl Foster, what's going on? Colorado Springs. Cool. James Martinez, what's happening? Gina just liked it. Sockeye Annie is in Alaska. Very cool. Jenny is all the way in Puerto Rico. I was in San Juan. That's where I was at. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh my God, it's a cool little city. I had so much fun there. Regina, thank you. Shelly W. Has Angela's family reached out in any way? She doesn't have any family, is what I've been told. She doesn't have any family. No mom, no father. She might have siblings, but they haven't reached out, so really no family. Daisy says, you've been busy, love tacos with Migs, and also happy Angela has started to trust you and taking your help. Absolutely. Thank you, Daisy. I appreciate the support. And I'm out here on the streets doing it, but you guys are very supportive. You guys are the wind beneath my wings. You guys, right? It's like we're a team, right? The Big Lit family, the Big Lost in Phoenix family, and I go out there. I'm your spokesperson. Together we're able to help these folks. Leslie Chavez is sober now. That's awesome, Leslie. I'm glad you're sober. Jacqueline Wright, hello. Tessa O'Neill, what is going on? You're in Glendale. Very cool. Awesome. Jenny F says Migs sure did enjoy this. So he really did. I don't think he had a meal like that in a long time, I mean, it wasn't a grand meal, but a lot better than eating outside, and yeah. So it was fun. Regina Gwynn, did the grandson and grandfather get off the streets? They did not. I saw them like 2 weeks ago. Richard and his grandfather. Tracy Davis, thank you. I appreciate you. Michelle Harbert, what is going on? Who gets their least sent them? Yes. Robin L, where do we send things for you to hand out to people? Uh, my UPS box. Man, did you just post it, Christina C? Christina C posted it somewhere. I'm looking for it, and I'm gonna pin it. S Ravani, thank you very much. I really appreciate you, S Ravani. Thank you for the support. $10. That's awesome. That's gas money right there. I thought I saw. I thought I saw you post my whatchamacallit, Christina. Am I tripping or what? Christina, if you post it one more time, I'll there it is right there. I see it. Pin. Where's the pin at? All right, so up on top, mail donations to that's my UPS box. That's not my apartment. That's a UPS box right there. So just send it right to there, and I'll get it. So thank you guys very much that want to help out. Angela, so people have asked me, right, especially like Karen's, like, hey, why don't you get her clothes, right? Why don't you buy her clothes? And so what they don't know is that Angela likes wearing what she wears because it's too hot and she likes kind of showing her skin. The only time she wears t-shirts is in the fall or our winter when it's a little bit colder. She'll wear a t-shirt, like a t-shirt to cover herself and keep herself warm. In the summertime, she wears little tops to cover her up here, right? Because if it was up to her, she'd run around naked if it was up to her. So when people say go buy her a shirt, those are people that don't understand. They're speaking out of emotion. They're not informed, and they should ask me. They should say, "Hey, Art, why don't you buy her a shirt?" And I'll explain because she doesn't want shirts. She wants little tops because that's what she wears. She's not going to wear what I want. She's not going to wear what you want. She's going to wear what she wants. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Like, so that's. So I get that a lot, unfortunately. People message me, direct message, and comments here, comments on the videos. But again, God bless those people that are not fully informed. So I'm here to inform you. Gina, is she using? Yes. Peter Hernandez, that's cool, bro. Maybe one day I will see you go all over Phoenix and hand cold water out and minister to people. You know who needs to do that? The people that go to churches, right? Like I don't. I mean, I'm Christian. I consider myself Christian. I don't go to. I wish I did go to church, but I live very far away from churches. I live out on the outskirts, and and but there's tons of churches in Phoenix that should be doing that on a daily basis. They're more familiar with the Word of God and be able to, um, you know, uh, talk about all that lovely stuff. Lorraine Rodriguez, hello, what is going on? Chris Smith, that's why I'm getting her tube tops and spandex cheerleading shorts. Awesome. Like, she'll love that, Chris Smith. She'll love that. If you guys send her a shirt like this, you know what she's going to do with her shirt like this? She's going to cut it. She's going to cut it and make it into like a little top to cover right here. That's it. That's exactly what she's going to do. Don't send her shirts. Don't send her pants. Don't send her sweats. She likes little shorts. She likes little spandex. She likes showing her legs. She likes showing her body. That makes her feel better. It makes her feel like a woman. That's why. Oh, why are you getting her lipstick? She needs a doctor. I'm gonna get her what she wants, right? When she wants it, not what you want, not what your emotions want. Some people need to calm down with the emotions, but I get it. I understand. But that's the way it works. Got to be patient, got to be consistent, and little by little, I think she trusts me, building rapport. And as that trust grows, I'm going to be able to advocate more for her, really look out for her more, help her with her ID, help her with her medical needs. Does she have insurance? Can I get her insurance? Can I sign her up for insurance? Can I sign her up for food stamps? I don't know what you guys call it nowadays, EBT or whatever. I call it food stamps because that's what we used to call it back in the day. Food stamps, to really, and I'd have to administer for that to her because she can't do it. She doesn't have the ability to watch that, and be diligent on that. So lipstick makes her happy, makeup makes her happy. I need to buy her a brush. So yeah, she's very interesting. She's a very interesting, unique individual. And there's mental health issues. There's substance issues. There's familial issues like family. There's like a history there with the family. So it's really sad, but she's basically alone in this world, right? When people ask me, does she have any family? Yeah, us, the Lost in Phoenix family, the big lip family, the big Lost in Phoenix family. Me, you guys, we are her family. We are her friends, us. Mary Lou Madrid, thank you. I appreciate you. Lauren Marie, access is all online to fill out. Maybe you can do that for her and use your PO box for mail from them. Absolutely, I should do that. I'll absolutely, I will absolutely do all that. I don't have a problem with that. Lena Valens, are you related to Richie Valens? How long have you been? So it'll be 4 years I've been doing these videos, interviewing people. The first interview was November 22nd of 2020. 21-year-old Carlos, he's locked up right now. So yeah, you always remember your first. I can't remember who this. I don't know who the second was or third one or fourth, but I remember the first. 21-year-old Carlos. Moonchild, all the way from Gallup, New Mexico. It's happening. Edward Noriega. Thank you very much, Edward. I really appreciate you. Too Pure, her mom is not doing good and has been hospitalized for quite a while. She had dementia and is getting worse. Got it. Yeah, I don't know. Angela doesn't know. So, but hopefully she gets better. Hopefully one day they're reunited. I really doubt that though, sadly. Mishi, what's going on? Chris Smith says food stamps. She needs a social security card, ID, and something else with her name on it, like a birth certificate. She can be my babysitter. I'm 56, and I know you said she was about to be 50. Yes. Um, yeah. Stormy Connor, would she be able to get a motel room and stay for a night or two to get some sleep since she's been up for days and gets washed up? So I get that question a lot. Why don't you get her a room? Why don't you get her a room? Why don't you help her, do a makeover for her? Why don't you get her like a shower, right? Not me showering her, but help her go take her like to a hotel room and shower up or whatever. So something that you guys don't know is that's one of the things. That's one of the first things I asked her, a long time ago. So what you guys aren't considering is that she's been on the streets in the same area for over 20 years, right? Over 20 years. She doesn't want a hotel room. She has anxiety. She has mental health issues. She's constantly up and down, walking, walking, walking. She can't stand still. She doesn't want to be confined to a room. If you were to lock her in a room, she would lay on the ground because that's where she's been sleeping for for the past 20 plus years on the ground, on hard ground, concrete, sidewalk, behind a bush, on in dirt, behind a building, behind a dumpster. You can't just automatically take them, give them a shower, and that's it. You're good. Welcome to the normal world. Uh, So she's told me she doesn't know. Do you want to take a shower? No. Do you want me to get you some clothes? No. If you can give me a shirt like this, yeah. Don't get me pants. Don't get me long sleeves. Don't get me a t-shirt. You know. What about a bed? Do you want to sleep on a bed? No. So I'm glad I could inform you guys. Mrs. Davis, so I'm convinced that she's gonna live out the rest of her life out there on the streets. It's like a child that grew up in the woods, right? It's like a child that grew up in the woods, and when the child is 20 years old, they say, "Hey, come on, come to the normal world. Come join me. Come shower. Come this. Come that." It doesn't work like that. And certainly not going to work with her because of her mental health issues, her substance use issues, the anxiety that she has, the medical issues that she has. So we have to be realistic as well, right? I mean, our heart wants us to take a shower. Our heart wants us for her to look better, to look decent, to look, all done up, right? Our heart wants us, our emotions want us, but the realistic side is it's not going to happen right now. Maybe there comes a time when she trusts me enough, right, little by little, right, gaining that trust, rapport. Will she'll listen to me, right, and she'll be like, okay, I'll go shower in a hotel room. Okay, I'll sleep on a bed. Okay, little by little, right? So maybe. So Paul Ritzler, can she live with you? No, she can't. She can't live with me. She can't live with you. She can't live with anybody here, right? There's homeless shelters uh, designed specifically for people like her. We have shelters in Arizona that are designed, they're made, they're run for people exactly like her. We can't force her to go to the hotel room. Why would I bring her to my house? I've been doing this for 4 years. I've never brought anybody to my home. My home is where I rest and relax and not think about work, right? Even though I'm home now and I'm thinking about work, right? But this is where I hang out at. I don't want. I mean, she doesn't belong here. We have shelters for that, and she doesn't go to the shelter. She doesn't go to shelter. Why would I have her here? It's a silly question, but thank you, Paul, for asking. I'm not his real grandmother. Have a good night. Thank you. I appreciate you. She's been on the streets for over 20 years. Stormy Connor, thank you. I appreciate you. Maggie, don't do it ever. Your home needs to be your comfort. Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, even though it's contrary to Knucklehead's suggestions. Jacqueline Wright, thank you very much, Jacqueline. I appreciate you. Very nice of you. Very kind. Ciara Cordova, yes, we all do what I can. Okay, so like 459 people in here. That's like me saying to you guys, why don't you guys go do what I do? Why don't you guys go out there and buy food and take people to the hospital and wait for people out there for 8 hours outside of a hospital? Why don't you guys do that? Because we all do what we can do, right? We all do, whether it's a little bit, whether it's a lot of bit, we all do what we can do, right? So never volunteer somebody to do something that you haven't done or are not willing to do. Doing so is just false sense of self-aggrandizement. You're like kind of trying to look all, kind of silly. So don't volunteer people to do things that you haven't done or not willing to do. Wendy, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Wendy. So nice of you. Suliana Larish, hello. Ray of Sunshine, hello. Kyra, how is she affording substance if you do know? People donate to her out the she panhandles. She panhandles for food. She panhandles for money. Drugs here in Phoenix are not expensive, so it's not like in the East Coast where one of these pills costs $20, right? It's not like that here. These pills cost 50 cents, $1, $2. Who can't scrounge up $5 panhandling to go buy drugs in Phoenix? That's why people from other states all over the country. I've interviewed people from many states. They come to Arizona because drugs are cheaper here. Willow art and redesigned by JoJo. Thank you very much, JoJo. I appreciate you. Coco Love, so sweet, and I just adore her. Finally got her to trust you to take her to the hospital, but she needs a social worker to advocate for her. Yeah, again, she's been on the streets for over 20 years. Why has no social worker ever advocated for her, right? I've only known her for about what, I don't know, 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, and we're the Lost in Phoenix family. We're doing the most that we can, right? And we've probably done a lot in those 4 months than what other people that get paid to do this, right? Like it's their job, it's their career. They went to college, right? Social services and mentally ill and all that. Why? One thing for sure is she doesn't trust people. So I'm sure they approach her and she said, no, no, thank you. No, I don't want that. Right. So, but with me, she allows me to try to help her a little bit because build rapport, trust, and all that, everything will follow. Moonchild art. So many people just don't understand the way of life on the streets. Saying, "Please find her family" is stupid. Angela could have come from a family of abusers. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think they mean well, right? I really feel like that gentleman earlier. "Hey, why don't you take her to your house?" Right? He probably means well, even though it's a silly question, it's a silly suggestion. He probably means well. It's just very. It's kind of goofy. It's very silly. It's not real. It's not authentic. It's not a realistic expectation or possibility that would ever happen, right? So I think they mean well, though. They're just kind of blinded by their gullibility. They're so gullible that they're blinded by that, right? So God bless them as well. Janelle Irby, thank you very much, Janelle. I appreciate you looking all cool in your picture. Your shades on. Thank you. So sweet. Gene, have you seen Jessica bite your sandwich, girl? That was a burger. She bit my burger, my cheeseburger. I have not seen her. Actually, I have seen her. I saw her like a month ago, over a month ago. She got out of jail. I went by her house. She was outside. And what's up, Jessica? You want to talk? No, I don't want to talk. Can you get me a beer? So I went to go get her a tall boy, and she really liked that. So, did she get the antibiotics? All right. So I have the paperwork from so it was a 5-page thing of Angela. Nowhere on the paperwork from the hospital does it say the patient left against medical advice. On the paperwork, it says she was released. Okay, that's what it says on the paperwork. So she didn't leave contrary to the opinion of the doctors, right? She didn't leave against medical advice, right? So that's first, all right, because a lot of people on the comments, oh, she must have left. She must have left on her own, right? No, she didn't leave on her. The doctor said, "Okay, time for you to get out of here." uh, and so the knucklehead doctors, they didn't give her a prescription. They didn't sign. They just gave her a bunch of paperwork, and they said you should get doxycycline, um, uh, antibiotics. But the knuckleheads forgot to sign off on a freaking prescription. So my dumb butt goes to Walgreens and I show him the paperwork and she's like, this isn't a prescription. This is just what the hospital recommends she uses as medicine. I go, what do you need? Well, you need to have a signature from a doctor, And I'm like, oh my god, these knuckleheads. Call the hospital and oh, it's in there. I go, no, it's not in there. And I'm looking at the damn paperwork. It's not in there. Me and the pharmacy guy looked at it. They're not in there. So St. Joseph's Hospital, man. Do not take your if you want your family member to die, take them to St. Joseph's Hospital. Those knuckleheads, they're just knuckleheads, man. From the Food City security guards that work there to the doctors. But uh, Angela has a friend. Okay, I don't know who he is. His name is Frank. Okay, so if you're watching Frank, hello. I don't know if he works around there, if he lives around there. I don't know if it's a love interest. I have no idea. But apparently, I've heard the name Frank for a few weeks now. Okay, Frank, Frank, Frank. So this dude has been giving her antibiotics every day, 4 antibiotic pills for the past, since he saw the infection. He checks up on her every morning. He probably saw the leg and he started giving her antibiotics. That's why it's starting to close up. Because I was thinking, why is your leg getting better if they only gave you 2 antibiotic pills at the hospital, right? And it makes sense. She has a friend, Frank, that's been giving her antibiotics. So so we don't have to worry, right? We don't have to worry about St. Joseph Hospital killing her by not giving her a prescription. She has a friend, Frank. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Great job, Frank. Shout out to Frank. Ciara Cordova, you can go to Mexico, Nogales for antibiotics. 4 hours away. Too far. Esoteric. Maybe it's just acid burns since it's healing. No, I don't think they're acid burns. I don't know exactly what they were. You'd think that on the paperwork it would say, but they didn't do any blood work at the hospital, so they're really not going to dig deep as to what it was. So they just kind of did a visual scan, and here you go, get out of here. How about the lump on her arm? I hope it can be removed. Yeah, you think that they'd be able to look at that at the hospital, right? But they didn't. I mean, they saw it, they looked at it, but they didn't examine it. They didn't biopsy it, right? They didn't care. Sad. They did not do blood work on her at all. They didn't do blood work. I don't even think they laid her down, and really examined her. I just don't think they did that. I think they didn't want to get close to her because of the way she looks. Isn't that sad? And I'm only saying that, I'm not assuming. I walked into the hospital with her. I helped her get checked in. I gave her their name, her birth date. I gave them my name, and when I was there, when they're doing triage, taking the blood pressure and all that, I pointed out, why are they? The nurse, the guy nurse, he asked her, like, why are you here? Like, all right, cool. You don't see that nasty leg right there? Check out that leg. But also check out the ball. And also, while she's here, can you guys look at the eyeball? So the dude wrote that down, but they didn't look at none of that stuff because it's not on the paperwork. So I tell them to look at it. They can see it, right? Because it's visual, right? It's like sticking out. It's like pulsating, right? And they didn't do that. So St. Joseph's Hospital in Phoenix, you guys should all call them and tell them what you think about their service. So when people say, "Why didn't you go in there with her?" I was in there with her. You guys just don't know because you weren't there. I was. Maybe the doctor didn't know that she had an eye issue. Like, you can't see her. Her eye is blind because she has some growth growing on her freaking pupil. Weird. Joe Grandma 2023. Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate you. Very sweet, sweet, sweet. Willow Art and Redesign. Thank you. Courtney McDaniel, is she gonna get seen again by a different place? Maybe. It's really up to her. I can't really force it. With her, you have to kind of be ginger. You gotta treat her with kid gloves. Everything has to be gingerly. The only reason she allowed me to take her to the hospital is because I've been asking nicely for months, but also her leg was in pain because that the infection. Right, she really wanted to go to the hospital. So other people, oh, she only wanted pain medication. No, she uh, she did, but she didn't go because of pain medication, free drugs. No, she can get drugs out in the damn street. They're cheap. She wanted the pain from the leg to go away. Other has some other doctors in here on the comments saying emergency rooms are only for emergencies, and I go, emergencies are a relative concept, right? So we all have different interpretations of what emergency is. If my leg was infected like that, the way her leg was infected, all nasty, all pussy, all ugly, with sores, and I would go to the emergency room. I would go be seen, right? And because it's an emergency to me, because it hurts like hell, right? So, hey, God bless those people. Lisa says, if a layperson can see the state of her leg, surely a doctor can too. Is just mind blowing. Yeah, I mean, I think other factors are in play, right? I think they assess a person. Oh, she's homeless, no insurance. She looks like crap. She smells like crap. She's not very pleasant to deal with, right? Because she has mental issues. So let's get her in and out, right? Let's get her in and out. Sign off that we saw her, and we boom, let's get her out of here, right? So that's what it seemed like to me. When we walked into the hospital, they're just all staring. The nurses are like, "What the hell? What happened to her? Who is that?" Jeez, because when people see her for the first time, they kind of freak out. She has scoliosis. She walks kind of sideways. Her eye. She has no teeth. Her hair. Her body is just you know she doesn't shower often, so there's a smell, a little odor of funkiness, and that's off-putting to people, right? So they might, I can tell by the way they were kind of staring at her. So it's really sad, right? Because in the medical profession, you have to help people, and I mean, this is a testament that she wasn't helped. And it's really sad. It's kind of pathetic, but Gina says, "Art, how do you separate what you do for people like her and your own family?" I'm really good. I'm really good at all this stuff that you guys see in videos. Like, it doesn't affect me emotionally or mentally, or I do a really good job of compartmentalizing, and I'm good. I'm happy. I'm blessed, and um, I'm ecstatic with how my life is, and that's why I try to motivate people. Like, you know, like, hey, Angela, I'm your age. She's only two. Angela is 2 weeks older than me. She's 2 weeks older than me, Angela. Literally, only 2 weeks older than me, and so it's really sad that we've been on this earth the same amount of time, but our lives are completely different. Polar opposites, right? Isn't that sad? So it is sad, but I don't dwell on it, right? To me, I'm like a doer, like just get it done. Like, all right, here's a problem. Let's go. I'm not gonna dwell on it, gonna cry about it. Just boom, let's go fix it. Keisha Fairley, do you think people smell? They're in Phoenix, it's hot as hell, they haven't showered in weeks. Do you think they smell? What do you think? Guillermo Aragon, thank you. I appreciate you. I've never been on the streets. I thankfully I've never been on the streets. I've never been homeless. I've never done drugs. The only thing I'm addicted to is there's only one thing I'm addicted to. What is it? Who's gonna be first? I'm only addicted to one thing. Who? Tacos. I love tacos. That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, I've never done drugs. Thankfully, right? I don't. I'm not. I'm just not into drugs. Drugs have never ever like appealed to me. So thankfully, People Watcher, what is going on? How are you, People Watcher? People Watcher is in Florida, right? Diane McAndrews, my addiction is coffee, man. Kathleen Murray, addicted to clout. Is that what you're addicted to, Kathleen Murray? Claudia Robinson, hi, just me. Amy Patalano, don't know if Angela has any children. Does she have any children? She's told me she has children. Kathleen Murray, have a good night. Everybody say good night to Kathleen Murray coming in here trolling like a knucklehead. Stephanie Dawson, what is going on? D. Cerna, have a good night. Manji Baka, have a good night. Regina Gwynn. Oh, you guys are all telling good night to Kathleen. That knucklehead. Gina, do you think Angela will get well, meaning addiction, homelessness? No, I really don't. Again, she's been out there for 20 plus years, mental health issues, the sun, the drugs. Um, she'll never have a normal existence going forward. She's never, just never will. She's a survivor. Like, I admire her for her tenacity, ability to survive the streets. Can you guys imagine the things that have happened to her? Can you imagine what she's been through? Things that have been done to her against her will. Just imagine, right? So, so no, she's never gonna be normal like us, right? That's sad. Yeah, tons of trauma, plus the trauma she has as a kid, right? Plus the mental health issues. That's sad, man. That's sad. So she's never gonna have a job. She's never gonna own a home. She used to be married when she was normal, right? When she had a normal life at some point in her 20s, and something happened, like the mental illness, right? So look at it this way: I've interviewed people like a nurse, Susan. Nurse Susan. She got her nursing degree from Arizona State University. Uh, she had mental issues before she went to school for nursing. She was taking medication for her mental health issues. She graduated. She was working as a nurse. and then something happened, right, where her mental illness just bloop, flipped the switch, and no more nursing. She lost her license. She's out in the streets right now, on the streets. Uh, Gone. Just the professional is the professional is gone. The nursing license is gone. She has a child. She had a child last year out in the streets from some random dude. It's a mess, right? So um, it's really sad. It's really sad. So Marilu Madrid, yes. Crumpling up the. Please don't crumple up the bags, especially if I've told her. Right, I've told her a couple times. Hey. So one thing about she reverts to kind of being like very childlike, and I just have to be the responsible adult, the responsible parent, and just kind of remind her to be respectful. Susie Davis, what is going on? Fiona Robbins, thank you for helping Angela. 20 plus years out there on the streets. Can't begin to imagine. Absolutely super sad. Super sad. Do you think she wants to clean? She actually cleans a sidewalk. Yeah, she cleans. Does she want to get clean? No. She'll never get clean. Angel Love, thank you very much. I appreciate you. AZ Nature Chick, what is going on? Regina Gwynn, my daughter had mental illness issues that didn't come to light until in her late 20s. Very sad to watch. No drugs, no alcohol involved. I think one thing that America so very I'm gonna start off by saying I'm very patriotic, right? I love America. I was in the military. I was in two branches of the military. I, I'm I'm very pro America, right? I love the flag. But one thing that America fails at, right, besides electing knuckleheads as its leader, um, one of the biggest things is it doesn't address mental illness in America, right? Half of the people that I talk to that I interview in the streets are battling from mental illness. You know, we need to open up the mental health institutions. We need to house these people. We need to get them off the streets because they're more of a danger to themselves. They're more of a danger to society. And society is a danger to them because they're so vulnerable because they're mentally ill. They're naive. They can't think the way most. I'm not gonna say all of us because there's some knuckleheads in here, but most of us, think so. America has failed with its inability to deal with the mental health crisis. And then it seems like it got worse after COVID, right? It seems like America got even nuttier, 10 times nuttier after COVID, right? Being locked up in confined. When it was time to come out, like man, America really came. The nuts came out, right? So too many nuts out there. Miss Glam, what is going on? Hello. Make asylums great again. Yeah, mental health institutions, mental asylums. We need to house these people because they're not doing anything out there but just suffering succotash. MC nuts, yes. Terry Bright, what is going on? Susie Davis, we appreciate your patience and kindness towards the lost in Phoenix. If more people were like you, America would be a better place. America. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some politicians that are more concerned for other countries, right? $300 billion in the past 3.5 years to a little country called Ukraine that none of you guys can point out on a map, right? Where it's at. $300 billion. Can you imagine if we had just a fraction of that and open up mental health institutions, right? And helped out Americans, right? America first. I'm very America first, right? It's like me, right? I have to take care of me first so that I could take care of others. if I'm sick, if I'm feeling like crap, I'm not going to be able to help others, right? If I'm not helping my family, I'm not helping my house. How am I going to help my, how am I going to invite my neighbor when I'm ignoring my family? And, does that make sense? So we can't worry about our neighbors when our house is like shit, it's run like shit, but we're worrying more about our neighbors. That's America. That's who you guys are voting for. Right? Half the country is going to vote for a party that is more interested in other countries than this country. That's insane to me. That just I'll never understand that, man. How you guys can vote for idiots that are more concerned for other citizens of other countries than the citizens here. The veterans out in the streets, the homeless, the Angelas of the world, right? Where's the politicians at? They don't care. And it's to me, it's just common sense. It's just common sense, man. You have to take care of Americans first. You have to take care of Americans first. Absolutely. When there's no more homelessness in America, there's no more homeless veterans in America. When veterans aren't committing suicide, can't even say that word. When they're not harming themselves, that's when we can go take care of other countries, right? Help them. But if you're not helping Americans, no, 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 bring that money back, right? Who's authorizing you to send $300 billion to a tiny little country, right? How much is that going to war, and how much is that being pocketed by the politicians? A lot of it, So it's just common sense, man. Just open your eyes, gang. Open your eyes. And people say, "Oh, that doesn't affect me." It really does affect you. It really does affect you. Absolutely affects you. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna go talk to her again. So I talked to Angela today, and her leg is better, is getting better. So Frank coming through with the antibiotics, whoever the hell Frank is. Hopefully I meet him one day. uh, she told me, she's like, oh yeah, Frank gave me some antibiotics. Who's Frank? Oh, the guy that comes every morning in a white truck. He comes and he gives me 4 antibiotics every day. I'm like, oh, no wonder your leg is healing because the scabs are forming, so it just looks better. So yeah, man, Frank, isn't that crazy that me and Frank, right, we don't have to, but we do, right? Try to help her as opposed to like a hospital, right? Isn't that crazy? At the very least, the hospital should have admitted her, given her bed for the night, done a biopsy on this ball on her arm. It should have ran blood work on her to see if there's cancer, if there's STDs. This call in a mental health specialist to assess her mental capacity. Give her resources. Give her a case manager. Hey, Angela. Hey, Art. This is the case manager. She's going to be in charge of her in case she ever has questions on her mental issues, teeth, eyes. Oh, what about the eye, right? You have some growth on you can't see on your eye. We can remove that so your vision come back. They did none of that. None of it. Isn't that crazy? Nuts, man. Fiona Robbins. I forgot to caress the like button before I started watching. Popped out, came back. Awesome, Fiona. Welcome back. Thank you for caressing the like button. Lucille Long. What is happening? So another issue is, hey, sometimes it seems like you guys are making fun of Angela. It's not funny. You guys shouldn't be laughing at her. And what I'm going to tell those Karens is, I personally and nobody here is laughing at Angela, because I think Angela, when I see Angela, I see a broken human. I see somebody that didn't have a chance to live the American dream the way I'm living it, right? Same age, me and her, same age, polar opposites, right? But obviously, she had mental health issues and familial issues that brought her down this path where I ran into her, right? So I see nothing but sorrow and just a wasted life is what I see. So definitely, absolutely agree. There's there's nothing to laugh about her. Where I chuckle is the things that she says, right? She's like a comedian without even trying to be comedic, right? Because she's so innocent, and she says things, she blurts out things in a way that are comedic. And that's, look at it this way, maybe this is the way we cope, this is the way I cope with all the crap I see out there, right? All the, and mind you, my videos are about 10 minutes long, 10 minutes. I talk to them before the 10 minutes, I talk to them after the 10 minutes. So I have a better grasp, a better understanding, a better just overall understanding of what is going on in their world, okay? A lot more than the 10 minutes that you guys see. So so with that in mind, maybe laughter is what I use to kind of cope with the silliness, the nastiness, the offensiveness, the odor, the violence out there that I see encounter. So look at it from that standpoint, right? It's not laughing at Angela, it's laughing with Angela. With the, when she grins and snickers and all that, that's her way of laughing through life. So look at it from that standpoint. Okay, don't get caught up on the little. Don't miss out on the forest for the trees. Okay, so Michelle McGuire loves Angela. Shay Stinson, God puts people in our lives for a reason. God put 522 people in my life for a reason. So thank you guys for being part of. Hopefully, you guys are all subscribed. Some of you guys aren't. Some of you guys don't like because But God bless you guys. Okay, I trying to be nice. God bless you guys. And you know, God bless us all. Esther Salazar, thank you. Live, laugh, love. Hello. How are you, Michelle McGuire? Amen. Absolutely. Maggie Max. I would be dead if I didn't laugh about everything in my life. Absolutely. Maybe those people are dead, inside, I guess. Substances that she uses, blues for sure. Probably G. G is glass or meth. Okay. It's glass, meth. When you guys hear me say G. Um, what else? Um, other Karens have said the issue on her leg, that is xylazine, right? Trank, and I know for a fact, I know that it's not trank. I know that it's not trank, right? In spite of what people say, it might look like trank xylazine, but it's not. I know that it's not. So don't let facts get in the way of your opinion. Diane McAndrews, blues are counterfeit fentanyl pills manufactured by the cartels in Mexico with fentanyl powder that they purchase from China. They press these pills they look like little Percocet pills. Uh, uh, and on one side it says M, and on the side it says 30, so 30 milligrams. But the reason why people die from these pills are because there's not 30 milligrams. It could be 500 milligrams. It could be 1,000 milligrams. It could be 2,000. It's very potent, right? It has the potential to kill you if you get a hot pill, a pill that has the power of 10 pills, you know? So, so these guys manufacture the pills down there, and they come through this porous southern border every day by the ton, and they arrive here in Phoenix, and so it's all supply and demand, right? Because they're so prevalent here, because there's a lot here, the price is very low. And the further east you go in America with these pills, they get more expensive as you go east. So people have told me, I've interviewed in Albuquerque, and they've told me, oh yeah, we drive to Phoenix every weekend and we go buy pills over there. Half we to bring them back to Albuquerque to sell. So yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, Geraldine 123, thank you. Eily Rojas, her ideas for your grill is hella funny. Like, yeah, she just noticed. I've been talking to her for months, and she's barely noticing on braces. Yeah, braces. How old are you? Do you just do you just have them for decoration? You should get a diamond right here to match your braces. Shoot, if you can't laugh at that, like, man, God bless you. Tammy Gamond, is it staph infection? Did they tell you? So they didn't say what it was. Those knuckleheads didn't say what it was. I'm gonna go bring you the paperwork. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go bring you guys the paperwork. Oh yeah. What do we got here? St. Joseph's Medical Center. There's their information. If you guys want to write them or call them, right there. St. Joseph's Hospital Medical Center, 350 West Thomas, 602-406-3000. Reason for visit, medical problem, minor. That's it. Discharge diagnosis, skin lesions. Discharge vitals. That's it. Test performed, nothing. 0. Tests performed, nothing. Most recent lab results, nothing. That's nuts, right? There's nothing on here. There's nothing on here. Here's the discharge orders. Check it out. Discharge orders. Self-care. Discharge orders. Isn't that crazy? So people were like the Karens, right? The Karens that were there, they're like, oh, she left. There's no way the hospital didn't treat her. She absolutely left. She left against medical advice. She had to have left. There's no way the hospital wouldn't treat her. I know for a fact she left. She didn't leave. The paperwork, there it is, black and white. It's crazy. So yeah, it's like it's sad. So what do you do? Michelle says they should have at least drained that on her arm, at least did something for her leg. Yeah. I mean, they did give her either one or two antibiotics. I mean, she's not sure, right? So Angela not sure, but so they did give her that at least, at least they did something, right? But for waiting for a total of 8 hours there at the hospital, not enough was done for somebody with blind on this eye, right? Uh, how about, okay, hey, they didn't have a specialist. Okay, then keep her overnight and take vitals, take blood, a full assessment, right? But no, I think they look down on her, and there's no insurance there. There's no, she's. I don't know, man. It's kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, to think that professional doctors, people that take that Hippocratic oath, do no harm, are doing harm, because they're not treating the many issues of this lady. So, anyways, Tammy Gamond, she needs a dermatologist for that. On that paper, they should have put that here. We recommend you talk to doctor, dermatologist, whatever, whatever, whatever. They didn't do that because they didn't care. You know, hey, we know that she came in here for her eye. We're gonna refer her to an eye doctor. Here's his name. Hey, we know that she has this little ball on here. We here in the emergency room, we can't treat that for some reason. We can't treat that, even though I don't understand how they were not able to treat that. But here we're gonna refer you to this dermatologist. They put no effort into it. So Pamela states they did not do blood work. So yeah, I think the right thing to do was to, okay, refer her to an eye doctor, refer her to a dermatologist, but at least admit her overnight, right? To have a bed, some food, shower, clean up her wounds, right? Her leg, and um, make her feel valued, make her feel important, make her feel like they're actually treating her and caring for her, right? So I think that was too much to ask for. So, but God bless them. Michelle, what is going on? Itati Uchilla. The hospital didn't do nothing. Next question. So you guys will see tomorrow. I talked to her today, and it was really nice seeing her, and she's happy. I'm a little hungry right now. That's a problem. Um, Anybody doing anything tomorrow? Anything fun? Anything exciting? I'm gonna go look for Migs. So during the taco lunch with Migs, I told him that there was a girl. Was a girl. She messaged me. I think I was on TikTok and said, "Hey, can you give next time you see Migs? Can you give Migs my phone number so that he can call me?" So I told him that, right? And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." And so hopefully I find him tomorrow. I talk to him tomorrow, and I'm able to connect them, right? Kind of hopefully talk. So my logic is maybe that'll get him thinking about something different, right? Get him out of his little slump, his little funk that he's in right now, right? So maybe that'll propel him to do better for himself, right? Get him some cheer and some happiness. Did you notice that during the taco fest, me and him, he was like a little happy, more talkative, kind of like his old self, right? Not exactly like his old self because he's back. The old self was very like too talkative, right? But he was talking more, a little smile. Kind of me and him were reminiscing about when we were kids, and he used to wrestle with his cousins. That's different, right? That's different. So when he's thinking about something other than drugs, the street, and anybody else, he he might have a moment of happiness, right? So if but there's this lady that watched the video yesterday, and she said, "Why would you try to connect him and this girl? What is wrong with you?" So again, so I'm gonna be nice. So I think with comments like that, with Karens like that, maybe they're going through like mental health issues themselves, because it's not just mental health isn't just out in the streets. It's not just addicts. And there's 445 people in here, and some of you guys have mental health issues. That's just statistically, that's a fact. So I think sometimes when people comment, it's like, damn, God bless them. Like, and I'm like, what is the problem with two adults talking if they want to talk? What's the problem? But again, Jesus was crucified, even though he was making people. He was he was he rose people from the dead. He made the blind see, and they still crucified him, right? Because you're always gonna have haters. You're always gonna have knuckleheads, people that just don't understand, people don't care, people that are just trolling, I guess. So, but I'm gonna look for him tomorrow, and hopefully I'm able to make that little connection, and hopefully that just kind of gives him a spark to do better for himself. So that's the whole plan. So Lupe P. Thank you. Dulce, my 20-year-old cousin unalived his mom in her sleep. A couple. He was under the influence of drugs, most likely crystal. Don't do drugs, kids. It leads to bad things. My condolences for the loss of your family, Dulce. Dulce means candy in Spanish, just for all you people that don't know. Paula Ramos, what is going on? Hello. Ashley says, I'm one of those mental health people. And you know what? God bless you, Ashley. It's okay. There's no stigma, there's no shame in saying you have mental health issues. Get help, take your medication, ask for help, reach out, talk to your family, talk to your doctor. So there should be no stigma if you're so, and I don't, and I'll, I'm just calling out that I have to remind myself that sometimes some of the comments on here, when they're nasty and kind of attacking me, like I don't like being attacked, I'm not doing anything to be attacked. Right. But I'm a, I'm gonna attack you back, right? But I have to remember sometimes that sometimes people aren't in their right mind, and that's not. I'm not gonna give you a pass, but I'm probably just gonna block you and just throw you out of here. So just me only knows bad words. Paula Ramos, they just executed that guy in Utah. Couple was it last? I think it was last night, wasn't it? Yeah, that knucklehead man. I think this country is too nice, very soft, So that guy, he did some terrible things, and how long has he been in there? 20 years, right? And just hanging out, TV, air conditioning, and so the day finally came. Lil Peppa, thank you, I appreciate you. Fly Girl, what's up, Fly Girl? Links, who doesn't have mental health issues? Let's start here there. I think I'm pretty sane. I think, right? I think I don't take any medication for anything. I've never had delusions. I don't speak to people. I'm not bipolar. I'm not this. I'm not that. I mean, definitely not perfect, but I don't consider myself with mental health issues. I just work a lot. 25 years he was locked up, that knucklehead. Just me says, I talk to myself. I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why I do what I do. You guys remember that song back in the 90s? Michelle McGuire is normal. Not, hey, it's okay to be normal and it's okay to have mental health issues. Just seek help for it. Don't use it as a crutch. Try to get better. De La Cruz, what is going on? Kelly Rowe, hello. JC, what happened with Jessica? Which Jessica? I've interviewed a lot of Jessicas actually. Trisha Licious. I'm proud. I was born in '74. I'm proud of this. I grew up in the '80s, but yeah. Annette Melnichuk. Do you think she has paranoid schizophrenia? Man, you know what? I don't want to diagnose her like that because I don't know. It could be multiple personality disorder. It could be schizophrenia. It could be psychosis. It could be this. It could be a lot of things, right? Trauma, PTSD. I've heard that her mom had mental health issues. Her family, her sister Amy, so kind of genetic, which is really sad. Diane McAndrews, how is Zion? I haven't seen Zion in a long time. Hopefully she's okay. Somebody in the comments on her video said, "Hey, I was in the hospital with her. I was in the hospital, so it's possible she's in the hospital, but it's possible she's no longer on Earth with us. It's possible." Miss Glam 19 Art. I was watching a video where a woman asked you if you wanted to have with her, and I was like, no thanks. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that vividly. Her name is hell. I don't even. Do you guys remember her name? That was crazy. I really don't even remember her name. They're Allison. You guys want to see it? Allison, how old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
Allison, how long have you been lost in Phoenix?
I've been lost in Phoenix for the last month.
And before that, were you at home with your parents or what?
No, I was with my boyfriend.
Okay, and then a month ago, you guys ended up.
Well, we're both homeless right now. He's been homeless for like a week, but I was homeless by myself, I guess, for like 5 years. Yeah.
It's a long time to be homeless, huh?
No, not really, because it's like couch surfing for me. Like, I stay with friends, like one night stands.
Oh, so like guys will pick you up and take you
to
their
house? Yeah, actually like sell sex and stuff.
Okay. That's a little dangerous, don't you think?
Yeah, that's how we met though. I thought that you wanted that, but it's cool that you just want to do an interview with me, you know? I thought you just wanted to do something else, but thank you.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't want to do anything else.
We could always do something else too.
Like what?
You want me to show you?
No, I'm good. Thank you. I'm
okay.
Good. What
You're not a cop, are you?
No, I'm not a cop. Yeah. What do you use blues?
No, just G. A lot of people out here use blues. My boyfriend doesn't do any drugs because he's on probation because I had a baby in the hotel that we were staying at. That being said, no, I only use meth. And I like to drink a lot of Steel Reserve.
Okay.
Like 211.
How old is your baby?
My baby? Well, I left her at the hospital, but probably, I don't know. I don't even know what month it was in. It was this year though, but I don't know.
So the state took custody of your child?
Yeah, I told them that at least. I told them that that I wanted to give her up for adoption, and I just left. You know?
Yeah.
Like I snuck out per se. I just never went back. Well, I mean, you know when like you're waiting in a room anyways. You know, my boyfriend and I slept a lot or whatever. It's because I wanted a cigarette so bad that I was gonna smoke it in the bathroom, but I didn't. And I was like, babe, let's just leave. And I convinced my boyfriend to go with me. Because it had nothing to do with him anyways, though. He just went into the bathroom and I was like, told him I had stomach cramps, but I literally gave birth and it was successful, though. Like, it was okay. Like, the baby was fine, which is crazy because I was in the bathroom alone. No, the baby was good.
Did you name the baby?
No. I would, though.
Is that your first child?
My boyfriend told me to name her Bathtub, and I don't know what that
means. What was the name he said?
Bathtub.
Bathtub.
Why would he say that?
I'm not sure.
Because he said that, I was like, I would name her like Aqua, you know, because it means water.
Yeah.
But bathtub, I don't know. That's like an inanimate object. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I hurt my feelings.
Is that your first child?
That's not the first time the guy said that kind of thing.
I think she has eight children.
Whatever for adoption, but she actually passed away. But my other boyfriend said that too, which is weird. He named it after my dead cat, which his name was Annie. So that was weird. So I don't know why guys are doing that. But anyways, no, I'm not going to name that kid Bathtub.
Right. How many total?
He like thought it was awesome. He told his friends. Like he was like smiling about it. Like it was the best thing ever.
How many total children do you have? Or have you
like
had?
8.
8 children?
7 or 8. Yeah, but they're all up for adoption. Or they all have different families. None of them are under my care. So technically I don't have any kids. But that's not like my first rodeo. Like I've done that a lot. You know, I had a lot of kids.
Does the doctors, does the hospital, do they offer to like tie your tubes for free?
No.
They don't offer that?
No. They should. Ask me. Or what is that like? I don't know. Would I? It depends.
On what?
If I could agree to it or not.
Like,
or
look at it from the
like I don't like thinking about like someone going behind my back and asking like the doctor, like Sean, or like you, or like being like, oh, like why didn't they offer that? Like, you know, someone else talking about that, because no one's ever said that to me. You know, like the doctors never said that to me. I didn't even know that was like a thing. They should, yeah, because no one's ever said that to me. I didn't know that was a thing. But you know how I feel though, right? Like knowing, like no one at the hospital ever talked about it.
Why do you think they have?
Like I want to be part of like what the options are, like say abortion and everything. You know what I mean? Like that's like I would want. Yeah, I would want someone to tell me what that means.
Tying your tubes would make so much more sense, though, right? Like it would prevent a child from being born, an innocent child from being born. And
no, I wouldn't do that.
You wanna do? You wanna tie your tubes?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay. So you have like 7 or 8 children right now?
Yeah. Are you? And I'm still going.
You're still going, so more. More.
I'm probably maybe pregnant, maybe.
You're pregnant
again. Yeah, no, like I don't know. I'm just like the fertile of fertility.
Very fertile.
I keep trying to get $50 from these guys. I'm like, I have to go get Plan B, you know. But I keep keeping the money instead. Don't tell anyone I said that.
So what do you?
I need birth control. So, I told him I use birth control as Plan B.
Wow.
Want to have sex?
What's that?
Do you want to have sex?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Are you horny? I'm horny.
No,
okay.
Well, I'm not actually. No, thank you. I appreciate it. So what advice would you give young girls to prevent? No, thanks. So yeah, that's the craziness that I gotta endure out there, man. It's so again, that's another example of our broken system. You know, the hospital knows who that is, right? She should be in the system, right? As a drug addict, every 9 months she comes in here, drops a child off, and we have to give it to the state, right? At what point do we as American society say, you know what, enough is enough, man? You want to go do drugs? God bless you. We're gonna tie your damn tube so you don't pop out all these children that we have to take care of, right? So that's but we allow it, right? We allow that to happen to permeate, right? So that's why we are just talking about earlier about somebody, this knucklehead in Utah that they unalived him after 25 years in death row. That it should have been like the next day, next week, next month, maybe a year. 25 years, way too long, But as a society, we're so soft and we're so like that lady's rights to procreate should have been taken a long time ago because she's a knucklehead, and she's still in her 20s. So sad, man. Her children that are in adoption and they're all jacked up mentally because of the drugs she's consuming, they're going to be in school with your children. They're going to be dating your daughters, I'm going to be interviewing them later on. Sad. Crazy. Logan, why doesn't she get in trouble for birthing addicted babies that should come with prison time? I think the reason why is because what they predict will happen is that moms will addic- a pregnant addict won't go to the hospital if she knows she's going to go to to prison. So they're not arresting them. They literally pop out the baby, and 30 minutes later they're out the street, out the door, going back to the streets. I know that for a fact because I've talked to a nurse from the NICU and I've interviewed people that have literally done that. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their newborn. They just don't care. So we as a society need to put something in place because it's not working the way we're doing it now. That girl is a prime example, man. It's a flawed system. It really sucks. We're so nonchalant about it, but whatever, I mean, it's not whatever, but what do we do? What do we do? What politicians do we go to? Who are the politicians listening to us? Because there's not a lot of politicians that are listening to us right now, you know. So who do we go to? What do we do? Yeah, super sad. Super. 'Super. 'Super sad. 'Super. 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 Paula Ramos, she wanted to have your baby, make it number 9. It would have been, you know what the name would have been? Nueve. That's how you say 9 in Spanish. No, thank you. So yeah, I mean, these girls are mentally ill. That's mental illness right there. Just the way she was talking and her actions. Um, Here's the question for me always, right? So this girl, Allison, was she mentally ill first, went to the streets and then started doing drugs? Or was she normal, right? At home, living, going to school, and then she did drugs, and then that caused the mental health issues, and boom, that's who we see today. What came first, the chicken or the egg? It's hard to tell with some of these people. Destiny, what is going on? Hello, how are you? Monique Hernandez, are you able to check for the deceased that you have? Like, do you ask for first and last name before you interview? No, because half of them give me false names. Can I show me your ID so I can interview? Nah, it's just, what is your name or what do you want me to call you? You know? So half of them give me the wrong names. Like that girl, her name is probably not Allison. Misty Moonlight, a guy up the road from me, has 12 kids. He's never taken care of any of them, all in the system and still going. So yeah, I mean, I think as a society we allow that, right? In the 1960s, the government subsidized um, uh, uh, fatherless homes. Right in the 60s, the government said, "Hey, you don't need a man. You don't have to get married. You don't need a man. Just if you want to have kids, we, the government, will take care of those kids. We'll give you free housing, right? We'll give you food stamps. The government's going to take care of you." So the government is responsible for subsidizing just fatherless homes, right? So the pattern continues. Sad. I think that's where, like, that guy right there, that's the guy you just described. That's where the community comes together, and he just kind of goes disappear. He just disappears, or somehow he ends up with broken legs, and somebody sends him a message like, "Dude, stop doing it. You think you're cool? You think you're a man? You're really not. You're a disgrace. So we're gonna break your legs. We're gonna make you disappear, right?" So there's a lot of desert out here in Arizona where you just disappear. Carol R, do you know if Angela has been taking her antibiotics correctly? I do not know, but I do know that her leg is healing, right? I'm not out there 24 hours with her, obviously, so I don't know what she's doing, right? I do know that her leg is healing. So you guys will see her leg tomorrow. Sprock Rocket, better to grow up in a fatherless home than an abusive one. Uh, True. But this guy that's popping out kids left and right, this Allison, the only abuse is being committed by these parents. That's the abuse that I see, you know, that the only abuse I see is this lady popping out 8 kids that the government has to take care of. Us, when I say government, it's really us. We fund the government through our taxes, but um, and that guy with 12 kids right there, that he's the one abusing those kids, right? So I think sometimes that's a cop out for women, right? Oh, abuse, and yeah, yeah, get away from that guy. But can you be a little bit more selective and make sure you're not popping out kids? Can you get married, and not pop out kids, pop out kids, pop out kids? 10 kids, 9 different dads. Come on, man. Take some accountability, some responsibility. Hiba, can you ask her why she lives in the street and what happened in her life? I have. Watch the videos, watch the playlist, go back to the beginning, and you'll get your answers. Any update on Nick? He was arrested like last week, I believe. Nick, he was arrested last week. Kelly Rowe, what is going on? MC, what's happening? Hector Valles, you have a big heart, bro, for helping out Angela clean her leg while other people look at her. She is nobody when she is someone. Thank you very much, Hector. I appreciate you. Karen is like there's Karen alerts today when I posted the video of me pouring hydrogen peroxide on her leg. No, don't do that. That's the worst thing in the world you can do. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, it's like you can't win with people. You can't win, right? Do something, and then I do something, and don't do that. You know, so all while they're on their couch eating Twinkies, judging me for what I'm doing when they ain't doing shit. Isn't that crazy the way it works? So God bless them. God bless those carrots, man. Um, I think there's no harm in that. I've been using hydrogen peroxide for all my life, you know, and you know I would still use it right now. If I had a cut, I'd pour that sucker on there right now. So thank you all the YouTube doctors that pop out, you know. But Angela's good. I'm good. I'm always gonna try as long as my heart is in the right place, my intentions are good. Uh, there's no way I can do any harm, right? I'm protected by the good Samaritan law. Okay, I'm trying to help, and I'm gonna do what I think is helpful. Uh, you know, so it makes too much sense. It makes so much sense. It should be common sense, but common sense isn't common. That's a fact. Robin Bird, what is going on? Robin Bird, hello. Janet Warren, what is going on? Hello. Sprock Rocket. Yeah, it does look better to me. It does look better. Like it's what is it called, scabs. You know, it's like scabbing up. So I'll show you guys a little preview really quick. Let me show you something. That's from today. That looks like it's healing to me. Right? Can I get an amen? Can I get a yes? So I'm doing my part. Most of you guys are helping me do my part, and I greatly appreciate you. When people, a community comes together to do good, we can do so much good, right? Because our intentions are good, right? So it's possible that we saved that lady's leg because we showed concern, we gave her empathy, and we treated her as a human on our level, right? Not somebody that we should look down upon, lesser than. She ain't shit. She's dumb. She's mentally ill. Nobody cares about her. We got to step up as individuals, as society, as a community here, the Big Lip family, the Big Loss of Phoenix family, and care for her. Migs, why do you keep interviewing him? Other Karens, right? Both male and female. Why do you keep interviewing him? He's a loser. He has the potential to do good in life. He really does, right? Why'd you take him out to eat food? Like, you know what? What are you doing? Like, dude, my time, my money. Shut the hell up, So I want these people to have a small semblance of normalcy, right? When's the last time somebody invited him to eat? Right? How many years ago was that? Right? When's the last time somebody was caring, thoughtful, nice, pleasant, and treated Angela with dignity? Years, decades. So it makes too much sense, right? It makes too much sense. The Walker says the greatest commandment is to love. Allison took that commandment literally, and she's loving all the dudes out in the street. And the bad thing is she getting pregnant by all them dudes, right? And just popping out children's left and right, left and right, left and right. So yeah, I agree. Love is just what type of love, right? So Allison, slow down, Allison. Cecilia Amarati, he enjoyed the lemon juice. He put so much lemon juice in those damn those tacos, but he enjoyed the tacos. He really did. He took two bites of each taco, and the tacos are gone. So I think he was hungry. He was a little hungry. Coco Love. Migs is a good gentleman. He's going through so much. He is alone. Yes. Taco lemonade juice. Lori Lackey, I can see that Angela has friendship in her heart for you. Absolutely. I think yeah, that's why when she farted yesterday, she got a little embarrassed, right? Like, oh, sorry, Art. One escaped. Sorry, I do. I still love you, Angela. You're still cool. I love both of you, Angela. It's like, what? Me and who else? You and that ball. Oh shoot! Yeah, she farted, and then after she farted, she wanted to change the topic. She's like, "Next question." Yeah, I farted. Art. Next question. That's funny. She might have a little crush on me. In too deep. Had tacos for dinner. Damn, share. It's funny how she stood up. She was sitting down. She stood up and she came towards the microphone. I'm like, Angela, like you knew you were gonna fart. Go away from the microphone, right? Come on, man. That's farting 101. Like that's just Miss Jessica says nothing morning, nothing wrong with a little toot toot. Dulce, is her family or mom not looking for her? No. Who are you talking about? You talking about Angela? Yeah, and her family is definitely not looking for it. Hey, I'm her family. The Lost in Phoenix family is her family, you know? I'm gonna shower right now. Oh my god, I feel muggy. I'm gonna eat actually. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna go eat. I might go get a hamburger. A little hungry. Misty Moonlight Art. Did you blame that fart on her? It was definitely her, right? It was definitely her. It was absolutely her. Heard a little rip on the left hand side. So Jackie Alegre. Any update on Jessica? Which Jessica? The lips Jessica or the Hamburglar Jessica? Jerry Nicholson, Art, if you find Zion, please let us know. You'll be the first one to know, Jerry, because I'll post up the video. MC Art, when do you sleep? After I get off of here, after I shower, after I go eat, then I'm asleep. Then I'm wake up early in the morning because I gotta take my dogs to the veterinarian to get their shots. They're gonna get their third shot. I think there's 5 shots total, and there's gonna be a third shot. So I'm excited about that. The one that was pregnant, man, that was like 2 years ago. I haven't seen her in a long time, like a year and a half, 2 years. So prayers for her. David in Norwalk, California. What is going on? Hello. Girl, dad cooking up deliciousness. I did blueberry, cranberry, Asian pear, chicken, salad on basil, buttered toast, and homemade fries and coleslaw. Damn, you got me hungry. Lucille Long, you take care of yourself too, Art? Yes. In what way? What do you mean? Like, what are we talking about here? Finna G. I have not. David had a Wingstop. I haven't had wings in a long time. I was thinking about pizza and wings earlier. Shoot. Lucille Long, to go and feed yourself. Oh, yeah, I feed myself. Regina Gwynn, nothing but bruschetta here. Nice. I like bruschetta. Ali Pacheco, do you want or have kids? I want 9 children. Lacey Shoes 78 is 10:50 p.m. Friday, August 9th, 2024. So speaking of my car, check it out. Isn't that cool? I love my car. I need to go. I need to drive my car tomorrow morning. There's my car. So I have the real life version in the garage. I love it. Isn't it cool? It's a 1967 Pontiac Firebird, and I'm in love with my car. I really am. Like I love. It. I need to wash it and drive it tomorrow. You know, get the juices flowing. Just me says you got to try the Fry Bread House, 4545 North 7th Avenue. You will not be disappointed. Like, what is that? Fry bread? Is that like native fry bread? Is like authentic and real? Interesting. Jackie Alegre. Alegre means happy. So, Jackie, are you happy? Are you in the military? I was in the military. I was in the military. I joined the Navy 3 months after 9/11 because of 9/11. I got so pissed at what those idiots did that I joined the military. And then when I was 44, I joined the Army, the Arizona Army National Guard. They sent me in infantry, Fort Benning, Georgia. It was fun, but it was really tough, man. Infantry Army is really, really hard. Indian fry bread Navajo tacos. Damn. Luigi Avellino, what is going on? Hello. JC says my car has been sitting for 8 months now. Time to start it. Yes, it's a long time. Miss Jessica, Georgia. Yep. Fort Benning. It's right off of what, Columbus, Georgia, right? Is the town. Lucille Long, thank you. Appreciate you. Marilu Madrid, have a good night. Make sure you brush the tooth. Stephanie Dawson, thank you. Misty Moonlight, I act. I definitely act. I don't act my age at all. That's for damn sure. I'm 49. I'm 2 weeks younger than Angela. I'll be 50 this year. 50. Damn, that's crazy. But it's really how you feel, right? It's how you feel. So I'm all shook up. I listen to a lot of Elvis. That keeps me young. I listen to a lot of Led Zeppelin. That keeps me young. Right? Drive my muscle car. That keeps me young. Military, being in the military, having a military background, that keeps me young. I'm very goofy, kind of silly. I crack jokes a lot. That keeps me young. Uh, so yeah, you have to keep your mind like young, right? You have to like work on yourself all the time. Don't be satisfied. Never let yourself go. Your looks, your appearance, the way you dress, the way you speak. Don't let yourself go. Right? Oh, I'm 50 years old, so I'm not gonna care about my appearance, right? Nah, you have to care about yourself because if not, you're gonna look like shit. David Norwalk, all of my love. Led Zeppelin, best song from them all day, bro. Absolutely, all my love. So Robert Plant wrote that song, "All My Love," for his son that passed away. His son was starts with a K. Carrick. Carrick, I think was his name. He died of something, some illness with the stomach or something, man. I don't know how the hell that happens, right? Your dad is one of the biggest rock stars in the entire planet, and he died, man. Little 8-year-old kid, man. Damn, I think yeah, Carrick, yeah, something like that. So yeah, he wrote that song. It's a beautiful song. Tony Marie Randallson. I just turned 42 yesterday, but feel like I just turned 22. Awesome, Tony. Happy belated birthday. May you celebrate another 42. That's awesome. Stay 22 forever. Ness Aguilar. What is going on? Hello. Annette Melnichuk. I thought you were in your 30s. Nope. Have you heard from Migs Aunt Rosa? I haven't actually. Hopefully she's doing okay. Lupe P. Have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth, Lupe. Coco Love likes Cashmere. Yup, I like Cashmere. The first song I ever heard was I like their loud songs. A whole lot of love, immigrant song, um, Black Dog. I like the loud rock and roll. I like all that the loud stuff. Stephanie Dawson has great genes. Ness Aguilar in 40s. Cool. Tony, you're welcome. In Too Deep is in her 30s, but will be forever 21. Absolutely. Do it. Do it. Do it. Kelly Rowe, I love it. I love everything Led Zeppelin. I love those guys, man. I was 20, I was 22, 23 the first time I heard them at work, right? I heard the first song was I was working and I heard oh my gosh, which one is it? Whole Lot of Love. Okay, Whole Lot of Love. And I was like, "What in the hell is that?" All the sounds and all the different things that they're doing that Jimmy Page is doing with the guitar. I was like, "What is that? That sounds really cool." Had never heard that sound ever in my life. I'm like, "Damn, that sounds like that's a what band is that?" Um, and then it sounded like it was like an orchestra, like a lot of musicians playing, like a lot, like a big band. Come to find out, it's only four dudes making all that ruckus, but they're talented. They were so talented musicians, man. John Paul Jones, he's a second guitarist, a bass and a keyboard, the best at his job. Jimmy Page, one of the best guitarists in ever. John Paul Jones, one of the best drummers like ever of all time, and then you got Robert Plant, one of the best voices like ever. That's great. Four dudes making listen to it, guys. Some of you guys aren't gonna like it, but when I'm driving this car, I love Led Zeppelin. Like that car, this 67. That's like when they started in 68. So my car played Led Zeppelin, like original Led Zeppelin back in the day on the radio. Isn't that crazy to think? So my car was born in Love. Oh my god, I always forget the name. Loveland? No, not Loveland. Ohio. That plant, big old plant. Lordstown. I always forget. I always say Loveland. Lordtown, Ohio is where that car was born. Yes. Lordstown. Yes. Kelly Rowe. I'm 66 years old and I cranked that shit up when I was in the car. That's awesome. Coco, did you take Angela out in this car? Absolutely not. Lucille Long, good night, Art. Be sure to eat something later. God bless you and your family. Thank you very much, Lucille. You have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth, Lucille. Puchcano, since I've been loving you, yeah. Doo-doo-doo. I'm about to lose my worried mind. Do you like Def Leppard or any other hair metal? I wasn't into that was the 80s, right? Guns N' Roses, definitely Def Leppard because I remember Def Leppard because Pour Some Sugar on Me, right? I was in elementary when that came out. Pour Some Sugar on Me, the drummer, they had the one-handed bandit drummer. He was driving his van, he got in an accident, it rolled over and he lost his arm, I think a left arm, so he had to be a drummer one-handed. He was the one-handed bandit on drums. I remember that. Molly Crew, I wasn't into Molly Crew. I wasn't into Kiss. Wasn't into that stuff. So, what? David Lee Roth was with who? Van Halen. Van Halen was pretty cool. Eagles, oh man, they're classic. Z Top, yeah, Z Top's awesome. AC/DC, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, yeah, all that stuff. We were just talking about this yesterday, weren't we? Music or nah? Journey. See, I don't consider Journey like rock because they're kind of like the R&B of their generation, you know, kind of like more kind of soft songs. Yeah, Santana's cool, but I love Metallica, Enter Sandman, all that stuff. Metallica's awesome. Mel, these people on TikTok using your lives, acting like you, because they're trash. That's why they're trash. That's why. Nikki Six, awesome. Slash, Guns N' Roses, pretty cool dude. That Guns N' Roses, that first album, whatever cassette, whatever, man, that was bad. The whole album was good. Gosh. Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. God, man. Coco Love, I seen Santana in concert and Molly Crew live in Poughkeepsie, New York. That's so cool. Do I like Allison Chains? Soundgarden, those are some of my favorites. Yeah, I've heard of them, but I've probably heard their music, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan, to be honest with you. Uh, but I'm sure their music is good. I'm stuck on the classic type stuff, not the newer '90s. '90s I would listen to would be like from Washington. What are they called? Kurt Cobain. What was his name? The band Nirvana. Nirvana was really good. Damn, I love Nirvana. I was in high school with Nirvana. JC Spice Girl? No. What about oldies? Oh man, yeah, I love oldies. Art LeBeau, East Side Stories. When I was a little kid, I used to have all those cassettes back in the days. All those songs. Yeah, that's a great genre. But so like on my car, like in this car, I don't play. It's only gonna be music from that era. It's not gonna be Christmas music. It's not gonna be rap. It's not gonna be Spanish. It's gonna be nothing but that era, right? Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, like loud and kind of like the car. Like it's a representation of the car. So I was born in Mexico. I was brought here as when I was 3. Um, my older sister was born in Phoenix, and then my mom went to Mexico for some reason. She went back to visit her family, and she ended up staying there. And she had me and my brother, and then she came back to live over here. So very transient. Back in black, I hit the sack. I'm in a way too long. I'm glad to be back. Kid Frost. Cubo. Aquí estoy, MC Kid Frost. Oh my god, I was in high school when that came out. That was definitely '90s. Doom, 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 doom. Everybody used to listen to that. Everybody. The beat was cool. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. Oh shoot. Rico. Suave. His name was Gerardo, right? Gerardo, whatever. I had no idea that dude used to be in Colors. He was a cholo in Colors. Did you guys know that? I bet you didn't know that. He was one of the cholos from 21st. You guys didn't know that, huh? I'm full of like all this random like facts. They're not gonna do me any good. I just know random factuals. You know? Mario Lopez was in the movie. God dang. What the hell's he doing? 1988. Holy crap. Man, I'm hungry. I can't find them, but trust me. Trust. Coco, I do work out once in a while. I used to work before YouTube. I used to work out every day, but yeah. Millie Vanilli, girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. I remember I used to be able to do that, like the little leg thing. I used to be able to do that. Credence Clearwater Revival, CCR. That's a really cool band right there. Kitten Art, have you been in therapy? You seem very grounded. Therapy for me was my mom kicking my ass and the military kicking my ass. That's being grounded, right? No, I've never been in therapy ever in my life. Never ever want to be in therapy. Keith Sweat, girl, I bet I can make you sweat. I remember that was shoot. What was that? 80? No, that was 90s actually, not 80s. That was 92. I was in high school. I remember dedicating songs to girls in high school. That is funny. Key Sweat, yeah, Key Sweat. He used to, before he was singing. Key Sweat he worked at Wall Street. I don't know what he did at Wall Street, but he had a 9 to 5 Monday or Friday Monday or Friday 9 to 5 Thai job, I guess. And Adina Sanchez, my night is going really good. Thank you. How are you doing? Coco Love, God's my therapist. Really, I tell him everything. Awesome, Coco. Amen. Es Matos. Don, 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 don. They're from My Posse's on Broadway. I remember hearing that song. That was what, 92. I was in high school, ninth grade, I think, 1991, 92, something like that. How long you had your braces for? I've had them for freak. I've had them for 4 years this month. So I think my orthodontist went to the same school that the doctors from St. Joseph's Hospital went to because they're kind of knuckleheads. LL Cool J. Um, I'm trying to think of a song from it. I Need Love. You guys remember that song? that was 80s right there. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. I hear the back of my head. I hear my in the back of my head. I hear my conscience call. That's all I remember. That's funny. Macarena, Macarena, do 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 do. Paulette Hayes, what is going on? In Too Deep. I Need Love in Too Deep. Damn, when you put those two together, that's sounds very Allison like, something Allison would say. Hey Art, I need love in too deep. No, thank you, Allison. I'm good. That is funny. You guys are too much. You guys are way too much. So, anyways, gang, I've been talking for 2 hours, a long time. It is 11:11. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna shower, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So, you guys all need to have a good night before you guys go to sleep. Make sure you brush your tooth. I'm gonna give you guys some action here. What's this one? Oh yeah, some fireworks. Let me see what else. The boom, like the laser show, 1980s laser show right there. I like that. I like that. What about some balloons? Get a red balloon, green balloon, yellow balloon, blue balloon, and then what else? And then this is called the Walter Mercado. Okay, so this is where I'm giving you guys mucho amor right here. Bye, everybody.